Wow. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you all are having a great day. It's Thursday. We'll be live streaming tonight the Thursday night football game, a very important Lions and Packers game. But we have some news that's breaking right now that's actually really sad for me. Is Zack Martin's ankle is in really bad shape. It's in really bad shape to the point where he's having season-ending surgery on the ankle. And here's where it's sad is how the Cowboys have failed players like Tyron Smith and Zack Martin, as well as Travis Frederick. Um, we we all know that Zack Martin's contract is the last year of the deal. His contract's expired. And I was going to, this is so funny because I've got to get back over to the house. My truck, of course, is in the shop again. It's still not running right. But my thought on this is the Cowboys' offensive line has been playing better with Brock Hoffman right now, who originally we thought was going to be our center. Uh, Cooper Beebe's played pretty good. In fact, took the starting role from Brock Hoffman. Brock Hoffman, who has come in for relief for Zack Martin the last few weeks, has brought a bit of an edge and some nastiness to the offensive line. And my question was going to be, with Zack Martin having so many multitude of injuries, is it wise to bring him back? If he's kind of still nursing these injuries. Right now you have to look at everything. This is where you have to look at everything right now is we need to be looking at next year. I know we've got a chance for playoffs, that the season's not over. If we win this one, we're 6-7 and getting closer and inching into it. But here's the reality of it is we probably won't make it. And for everybody who's claiming you're talking about playoffs and everything else. But what we have to start looking at now is being the best team we can for next year. And that is getting guys coached up, getting them on the field so that way they can start playing and hopefully be in better shape next year. And this is where Brock Hoffman getting that extra playing time is invaluable right now. This is better than practice. I'm going to also say another one that might not be popular as well, because when you start thinking about D-Law, who Jerry Jones is, Jerry Jones, the salesman, is, D-Law is close to returning and getting us all excited. But D-Law is on an expiring contract as well. And you have to look at this and say, do we play D-Law? Well, his practice window hasn't been opened. His practice window has not been opened yet, which is the 21-day window to get you out on the field or you stay on injured reserve. His window hasn't been open. Well, we got 5 games left. With 5 games left, are we better off, now that Marshawn Nealon is playing now, to take that spot, let D-Law play, for the short-term possible gains? Or do we play a Marshawn Nealon for the long-term games and get him in a better position to go next year? When we drafted him, people looked and said, his comparable is D-Law. If our Cowboys did the right thing and what we saw before he got injured, he looked like he was the real deal. You play him. Now back to Zack Martin. Zack Martin has been an incredible player for the Cowboys. And if I remember correctly, this morning he was announced as the Cowboys Man of the Year candidate. Each team goes through and they pick, one candidate to be their representative. Last year was D-Law. The year before, it was Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott won Man of the Year, joining Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman. Let's hopefully hope that he can join them with Super Bowls at some point. But this is, I have to believe, the last hurrah for Zack Martin. And it's sad because You know, he left everything out on the field. He gave you everything, never complained about anything, always showed up for work with the exception of holding out to get that last bag for retirement. And you think about what we had and wasted. Having Tyron Smith in his heyday, Travis Frederick and Zack Martin, that 2014 season where you had DeMarco Murray rush for a Cowboys record, 1,800 yards. If we'd had the defense to go along with that team, or if Dez had caught it, well, he did. If the officials say he caught it, you hate to waste opportunities. And this is exactly what Dan Quinn was saying, that tomorrow's not promised. You know, we all looked at it and said, yeah, his contract's expiring, but he's still really good. Well, unfortunately, from where he was last year, being an all-pro, to a shell of himself in 1 year, that's a perfect example of what Dan Quinn's talking about. Tomorrow is not promised, and you got to make the most of today. My hope is, you know, the Cowboys have gotten so many signs of things that you cannot do. Dan Quinn literally saying, you can't wait, tomorrow's not promised. And then you see it unfold with guys like D-Law and Zack Martin and stuff, careers basically being over, at least as far as the Cowboys go. You take for granted, you know, that needing to fill holes when you let go. We let go, I think, 5 starters on the defense, and your only move was to bring in, I'm having brain farts today, bring in the linebacker. And so you wonder then, why haven't we performed? Because you let go all of those starters. And the same thing with the offense. You can't say, I think we got enough. You got to be damn sure and have some extra. Everybody is texting me right now. So, Clarence, appreciate that. So, yeah, his Zack Martin's season is definitely over. And probably his career with the Cowboys is over. Maybe he can get NFL Man of the Year. Zack Martin, I salute you, bro. I salute you. God. I remember 3 offensive linemen as Pro Bowlers. 3 offensive linemen in 2014 as Pro Bowlers. We wasted it. That's on you, Jerry. That's on you. Alrighty, good people. The hits keep coming. Peace.